Catarock with a flip. There are no financial interests. Surgery begins injecting trypan blue. Then I pinch the anterior capsule with the main blade to decompress before introducing the capsular rhexis forceps, being sure that it's not intumescent cataract to avoid facing a possible tearing, and a CCC was performed. Hydrodissection is easier in this type of cataracts because the cortex is partially or totally reabsorbed. Now, to have a successful chop, you must adjust your parameters. I use a fixed vacuum of 400, a dynamic rise of 1, and aspiration rate of 40. The ultrasound is configured as a custom pulse where the linear and torsional ultrasounds are combined as shown. This allows a good vacuum with minimal chattering and translates, as we can see now, in a better manipulation of the nucleus and the consequent easy horizontal chop. Once the first chop is made, it's easy to do the next one. I prefer to emulsificate the first and second quarters before chopping the other half. This allows me to easily rotate big nucleus and chop it. And always remember, when finishing the last quarter, place your chopper under your tip to avoid the capsule tearing. Now comes the fun part of the video. The IOL as shown was correctly inserted in the bag. The OVD aspiration was performed, but I noticed some blood under the lens, so I started to aspirate the viscoelastic under the IOL. But suddenly, it flipped 180 degrees with no apparent capsule tear. This happens, your best friend is the OVD. Fill the anterior chamber and the capsular bag with it. Don't be cheap with the OVD, please. And now, with the help of two instruments, I began flipping it back. But at first I encountered some resistance from the inferior haptic, which was twisted, as we can observe. And OVD to the rescue. I used it to make some space between the haptic and the bag. This allowed me to finally reposition the IOL in the bag by flipping it with the two instruments. Make sure you don't tear the posterior capsule. Finally, the lens was repositioned and then the OVD was removed. And the procedure was finished, with no further incidents. Thank you very much. I hope you found this useful.